Hello everyone, welcome back to xBrat Software Solutions. In this oil futures trading strategy, we leverage the xBrat Algo for generating signals. We confirm these trades using the bias depth heat map and manage them with the manager to identify fresh air. This comprehensive approach ensures precision, helps navigate market volatility and maximizes profits effectively. This is a oil futures trading tutorial using the xBrat Algo. So the xBrat Algo is a trading brain turned into an algo. It's my trading brain because I always grade signals. So we go from 3-star to 4-star to 5 to 6-star, 6-star being the highest probability move. We have 12 points of control out of 12 for that 6-star, 11 out of 12 for the 5, and then so on and so forth. So quick show around the chart. We're on oil, we're on the 15-minute. We have the bias depth heat map underneath because that is our confirmation. Okay, even though we've got a signal, we use another indicator, bias depth heat map, to understand that we've got the confirmation and we're good to go. So I'm going to talk through that. I've got one big resistance zone on there from the previous day because this is really, really important. We had lots of rejections at this zone. So we could say in the near future, if we go long, we're going to get some resistance at that point. So we need to know we've got enough fresh air with that signal to trade. So we've got a decent risk to reward. So I always like, if I get a 5 before a 6, I always get in the 5 because you can get in early. And we really want to enter just one tick above that signal candle. The stop, two options here. You can go really tight on this pivot for just before the signal candle, which is fine. That's what we say as standard. Or you can go ultra conservative on the very low pivot just here. Still gives a risk to reward of 1 to 1.6 into that. So we can risk $1,000 to win $1,600 there, for example. So it's not, the risk to reward, the fresh air is enough to get us going. So we get a signal candle at this point here on this 5-star buy. So we have just had what we call the gold pit open in Europe at this time. So this is a really sort of, futures in general start to come alive in Europe at that point. So we have an entry at 78.39. We've got the stop down here, and we've got our initial target at 79.10. So it's a good trade. We take the trade because we've got signal and then we've got confirmation. So 5-star signal comes out, we look down, all 6 time frames that are higher are all green. Okay, the settings for this were on day trading. We can also set it for scalping and swing trading. So we're on day trading, we're good to go. Just a little note on the manager, we're going to talk about that in a minute. We're on the day trading moderate setting as well to manage the trade. So we're in the trade, we got signal, got the confirmation, we got the entry, we've got lots of fresh air, we go long. We come up to that resistance zone. At this point here, this trade is worth around about 70 ticks, okay? So that's $700 trade. That's a pretty good trade. In a 2.5 hours, that is probably what we could call a standard xBrat algo trade. However, we can use the manager to understand what's going on with this behavior. So as on this pullback here, we are, with these blue dots, we're lower than average volume. Okay, then we get an average volume, and then we get a down candle, which has more volume than the previous with higher than average volume. We do reject that. That's a 1 candle wonder. Then we run out of juice. Then we have another higher than average volume down candle, but it rejects again by about 618. So this behavior is looking like it's going to run out of juice to the downside. Plus, the manager ribbon remains green, but it does, and it goes through, and you stay in. If that ribbon turns red, and in some cases it does, you take out your trade. If it doesn't, you stay in your trade all the way to the close, which is worth around about 168 ticks. Okay, so that is a $1,700 trade. Now, one caveat here, you do need the manager, you need the xBrat algo, and you need the bias depth heat map, because you need signal, you need confirmation, then you get in the trade, and then you, more importantly, you need to manage the trade. The manager's there to consistently make more profits, not to get out too early. Most traders panic and get out too early consistently, but they let the losers run. So here, for example, we don't panic. Yes, it doesn't turn red, so we don't panic. We understand the behavior, and with the training boot camp for the manager, we can understand what each one of these candles means with these dots and these colors, and it makes sense. We don't panic. It then turns around and goes back up. We go all the way into the close. 99% of traders would panic on this pullback. The whole idea of the manager is to allow you to take that decision away with a set of rules. If these rules are met, you get out. If these rules continue to go and you get a nice move up and it keeps going, you just keep going and you maximize your profits consistently. Hopefully that helps. Check out the links below. This is a TradingView version. Remember, xBrat algo is the signal, the bias depth heat map is the confirmation, and then the manager helps us manage that trade.